Hey first grade, it's Mr. Tipton, and I am going to show you how to draw this today. I know that with Miss Glass, you've been reading about gardens, and I know that you have been staying home safe. I'm very excited to get to see you when we go back to school. We're going to use materials that I'm sure you probably have at home, and if you don't, I'm going to give you some options to make do with what you can find. So this is a piece of an old card from a birthday or Christmas, or if you have an old book that's kind of torn up, sometimes they have a page at the beginning that's blank. You could rip that out and use that if it's okay with your parents. I have an old word search here. So an old word search or an old worksheet that you're done with that already got graded and you already got to bring home, that's another option we have. You can use the back. I have some old wrapping paper. Maybe you have some old wrapping paper at home that you could use to draw on the back. And I also have, you could cut up an old box. Maybe you got something shipped to your house from a place like Amazon or Target. You can rip up the box and use that. Or sometimes packages come with paper inside to keep your stuff from getting all beat up. So, here's my paper that I'm going to be using to show you how to draw flowers. We're going to do two kinds of flowers. So we're going to use letters to draw our flowers. And I'm going to use a regular old marker just like we do in class to draw with. I know usually when we're in art class, I tell you guys to use a pencil and draw light so that you can erase mistakes. But today is about being calm and creative. And we don't have all of that time that we usually have in art class. So we're going to use our marker first. I'm going to draw a tulip. And a tulip is a kind of flower that sometimes we see at the store with all the veggies. Sometimes there's flowers. We're going to start with a W. Okay? A nice, easy W. I know you guys can all do W's because you've been a boss at writing this year. Now we're going to add a U. Our U needs to touch both sides. So it has to be bigger than the W. We're going to touch, go all the way down and loop around, and touch the other side. Now we're going to do a small t, a lowercase t. And it's going to start here and come all the way down. It needs to be taller than our U we just drew. So here we go. And you know what? If your T is not perfectly straight or your W is kind of crooked, that's alright. All flowers are not the same, just like all of us are not exactly the same, but we're still beautiful and we're still awesome. Now we're going to do a half circle on the top and a half circle on the bottom. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Half circle on top, half circle on the bottom, and now we have a tulip. I'm going to draw another one, but I'm going to draw it smaller. So here's my W, here's my U, here's my T, and I'm going to turn them into leaves just like boom, zap, there it is. Now we're going to draw another kind of flower, and this kind of flower is called a daisy. So for a daisy, we're going to start with an O. This is going to be the middle. You can make it an O, you can make it an oval, you can make it a perfect circle. Up to you. You're the artist. Now we're going to do a U, but we're going to do it upside down. Okay? So you might want to turn your paper so that you're drawing a U the way you're used to drawing a U. We're going to do it all the way around. Now I could leave my flower like this, or I can add some more U's. You know, when you're the artist, you get to make decisions or choices. So you get to decide what looks good. Now, we're going to do an F. Do you see the letter F? I'm going to turn that into a leaf by doing a half circle and a line in the middle. Now, if you wanted to be really crazy cool creative, you can add some more lines in your leaf to make it a little bit more detailed. So we have two different kinds of flowers. I'm going to draw another little daisy. And go back through. Just a few more U's. Loop-de-loops. There's F. I'm going to connect those. And now I need to do some grass at the bottom, so I'm just going to do some zigs, some zags. Now you are ready to color. You have an awesome garden. And I hope that your heart is happy. See you later, first grade.